Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your boy, the baby beast, and welcome back to our first Destiny Edge of Fate video. Today we are going to be going over the Keplar weapons. You guys already know we have to start off with the origin trait, exhausted research. While aiming down sights at a target for a short time, it loads up. Now, on all these weapons, the aim down sight has two little lines on the side of the reticle, and when those are filled, once you press the shoot button, it shoots off a small micro rocket. Think of the rockets from like Neomuna, those type of rockets, but now you can just force it to proc whatever you want. These don't do an insane amount of damage, but it's kind of fun. I think it's a really fun way to play the game differently. They use one bullet no matter what weapon it is, even your heavy weapons. If you charge it up, it shoots one bullet. But I think it's really cool. Our first weapon we're going to talk about is the Giver's Blessing. Our first weapon we're going to be talking about is the Giver's Blessing. It is an auto rifle, and once again, all these are farmed from Kepler. But I have it with here shoot to loot and kinetic trimmers. As you guys should know that these both work in tandem. Shoot to loot is when you hit a couple of shots, exactly 12 shots with your auto rifle. It pops 3 kinetic waves, and then those kinetic waves could activate shoot to loot, which grants you pick up for ores and ammo that's around that kinetic trimmer. Plus, shoot to loot's a really good perk for doing damage and things like that, so you could swap to this weapon, shoot your heavy bricks on the floor, then go back to doing damage. But it also has this weird trait called Transcendent Moment, which states that final blows grant bonus stats based on the weapon's damage type alignment. So it says light elements grants handling and stability, and dark elements grants range and aim assist. While transcended, this weapon grants both. The weird part about this perk is that this one is a kinetic weapon, so it doesn't match up with either, so I'm assuming it gets both. I cannot test this yet because I do not have this perk, but when I do have this perk, and I do have my godroll, which is Transcendent Moment and then either kinetic tremors or adagio, I will make a separate video on that. But even if it doesn't get it, when you proc Transcendence, which your kinetic weapon gives you more transcendent energy, you still get bonus handling, stability, range, and aim assist. So that sounds pretty nuts. We also have a funny roll right here with a Demolitionist and Adrenaline Junkie. Also, I should probably say this, that this is a 720, so it shoots really fast. The time to kill is also really fast in Crucible. And besides that, I think there really isn't much to talk about. There's another new trait that we got. Is called Impromptu Ammunition, which states that when you get final blows, your ammo meter gets some more progress, and then you can probably proc that with kinetic tremors, adagio, multi-kill clip, or even adrenaline junkie and kill clip. But in PvE, there are definitely way better options in that primary slot. For our second weapon, we are going to be talking about Last Thursday. Now, the reason why this is on my radar is because I was playing with your boy Rich, and I was getting shredded by this, and I left it to go do something. I came back, he said, I've been getting killed by this the whole time. I was like, what are you talking about? It's like, this is the gun I've been getting killed by the whole time. This gun isn't great. And then I looked at the perks, and I was very shocked to see that this gun is just very consistent. I have it with a balance between range and stability with rapid hit for PvP, and in the final slot there's really not a lot that's going to help you melt your target. We could go with Frenzy, but you have to stay alive for 12 seconds and be in action for 12 seconds to get that 0.6 time to kill. We could go with Elemental Honing, but you have to hit 2 different elements on your opponent to get that 0.6 time to kill, which isn't that bad. I guess you could shoot the gun and throw a grenade that doesn't match your element for your gun to get that, but still, It's a lot of hoops to get a 0.6 time decay that's going to last for 5 seconds. But we also have another new trait called Binary Orbit, which states that elemental final blows opposite of the weapon's damage type gives it a short damage boost. So, for example, Darkness weapon final blows will give Arc, Solar, and Void weapons extra damage, and then Light final blows will give Stasis and Strand a kinetic damage. So, I mean, it will be almost the exact same thing as Elemental Honing, kind of, but it should be able to get that 0.6 TDK. But for PvE, we do have some funny perk combinations like Subsistence and Hatchling that could work really well. I'm personally going to be going for a Demolition, since all the perks that build your grenade, your melee, and your class abilities gets boosted by their stat total. These perks for me are going to be really good, so I can use Demolitionist and not really build into my grenade stat as much, but still get a lot of grenade back. And I'm going to be using Demolitionist with Dragonfly and or Hatchling because they both work really well together. Hatchling is I could build into my subclass a little bit more, and then Dragonfly is just a nice elemental explosion. But this weapon is really, like, I've used it. I don't have gameplay of it on the background right now, but I have used it in Crucible. It is very consistent. For PvE, I have better weapons in that slot, so I'm not going to be using it that much in PvE. But if I do need a strand pulse rifle, I am going to be using this one because I think it's a really good pulse rifle. For our next weapon, we have the Agape, and yes, I think that's how you properly pronounce it. But if you're looking at the traits, you should already know what I'm going to say right here. We got ourselves another Hill Clip incandescent weapon. I finally have a weapon to replace my Luna's Howl with 10,000 kills on it. But this weapon also has a new explosion perk, which is called Burning Ambition, and it states that dealing sustained damage scorches the target. Dealing damage to a scorched target what? my brain prompt. It says dealing damage to a scorched target inflicts scorch. So big booms. I say this perk, Burning Ambition, is going to be really good for champions, but if you're not like using this to kill champions, Incandescent is going to be really good. I haven't used Burning Ambition yet because I haven't got a gun with that on it yet, but I can only assume that it's going to work really well with your solar builds and just overall for chunkier targets. We also have the Hunter Lucky Pants Godroll, which is Rewind Rounds and Vorpal, or even Precision Instrument. Precision Instrument did just receive a nerf, but I think it will still be good on this hand cannon. But if we're talking about Crucible, I am kind of a little bit let down because there is no rapid hit on this, but we do have Encore. Encore gives us some extra range and extra stability when we get headshots. It gets ×2, but when we get body shots, it only goes up by ×1, which is less range, less stability. But 2 headshots, we get 20 range and 32 stability. So Encore is really going to be good. And Precision, like I just said, Precision, it got nerfed on this hand cannon. But if it is still true, I will let you guys know when I get this god roll. If you have 160 weapons, this weapon with Precision Instrument will be able to 2-burst any Guardian in the Crucible. Now, if they fix that, the next best option you want to go with is Master of Arms. Master of Arms, we can easily get that 2-burst with a 15% damage increase with 1 kill. And then it goes up to ×25 with 2 kills after you get a kill with something else besides that weapon. This weapon is pretty fun. I like the model of the weapon. It looks really clean and sleek, and I can see everything that's going on. But you guys let me know down in the comment section if you guys are going to be using this weapon. And now we are going to probably the least anticipated weapon on my list, which is the Scout Rifle, and it is a 150. And the only good options that I could see for this ARC Scout Rifle is Rapid Hit and Full Shot. Yikes. So I don't really have to explain much here. I hope and I don't have this roll, and I don't think I've ever seen a gun with this roll. I think Volt Shot and Shoot to Loot might work, but if you're going for a Shoot to Loot build, there's explosive payload, and you might as well just use explosive payload. Now this is a 150 with Adagio, but Adagio doesn't drop the TTK. It just makes the weapon shoot slower. So there's redirection. I mean, we could go with for a redirection build, but there's nothing really here on this scout rifle that's going to be worth your time to grind, unless you really like scouts. If it's going to be worth it at all. Probably just good for explosive payload and rapid hit, shoot to loot, and Volt Shot rolls. That's probably what I would use it for, but besides that, nothing here piques my interest. And for our next weapon, we have Reciprocal, which is the shotgun. People are calling this the Matador Killer. Now for PvP, because that's where I want to start, we have Threat Detector and Opening Shot, and I have with accurized rounds, small bore with a handling masterwork, and then I have a increased handling mod on it so I can get more handling. Of course, you guys know how this one works. Range of Opening Shot gives you extra range, 99, doesn't max it out, but we don't really need to max out. Threat Detector gives you 25 handling. It's not maxed out, but it's pretty darn good. If you get ×2 Threat Detector, you get maxed out handling and a lot of stability, a lot of reload speed, and a lot of handling multiplier. But for PvE, we have a couple of different options. We do have the Repulsive Brace destabilizing round combo, and a 1-2 punch Vorpal shotgun. It's not 1-2 punch trench barrel like we just got on the sudden death. If you don't have that, I don't think you can farm that anymore, but that's very unfortunate for you because it's a really good shotgun. But 1-2 punch and Vorpal is basically doing almost the exact same thing. So if you're looking for a 1-2 punch shotgun, this one is definitely going to be your one. If you're looking for a replacement for your Matador, this shotgun will also be your one. If you're looking for a very crazy ad clear shotgun, guess what? This shotgun can also. If you don't want to use Opening Shot because you think it's inconsistent, you can also switch to Slide Shot, which will get you the 100 range and a lot of stability. And yeah, I think that's kind of it for this one. I mean, we also have Swashbuckler. You do a Swashbuckler 1-2 punch build if you're going for like champions and you want to continue the ad clear. But I think that's it for this weapon. Let's go for our last weapon, which is called the Olterior Obligation. It is a heavy machine gun, and I was using this carried me through the legendary campaign, and my god roll for this one is going to be Subsistence and Killing Tally. Really good throughout the whole campaign. The explosive shot that only shoots one shot does work with this Killing Tally, and then it kills like any red bar. So when I had like one ammo in my bullet and I didn't want to like reload the weapon because Killing Tally would go away, I would use the explosive shot with a red bar and get my ammo right back. Really good weapon. But if you want to go for something different, and I've been seeing this on a couple of stasis weapons, I don't think I've ever tried this combination before. I'm very interested in it. We have Headstone with Dragonfly. I know it sounds very boring and niche, but big explosions, big boomies, stasis is everywhere. If you don't want to use Dragonfly, you can also use Rhyme Stealer. But if you don't want to use Headstone, you could go for a Demolitionist built into your grenade. Demolitionist and Killing Tally works really well. Build into your grenade comes back extremely fast because you're killing all these ads and you're doing all this damage. Demolitionist through your grenade, you get your gun to refill, your Killing Tally never goes away because you didn't reload the gun yourself. So you still have ×3 Killing Tally, get all these kills, and then you get your grenade back extremely fast again, constantly, over and over and over. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I tried to make it kind of quick. Probably didn't come up quick, but I hope you guys liked the video. It's very great it feels great to come back and doing, like, I have all this content to cover. It's so much content to cover, I don't even know where to start. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. I have Graviton Spike video coming out on Friday, and then I'm hopefully going to be doing an Arms Day stream because that happens this week. But I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time, and peace out.